Good morning, everybody. It is your girl, Bleed the Dirt, and we're out here today at the Standard Bank building talking about everything with regards to the Jazz Music Festival happening in Grahamstown next month, July. I'm hanging out with my homies over here, Paul and McCoy. I'm sure you guys know them, jazzing it up all the time. How are you guys feeling about the Standard Bank Jazz Festival that's coming up?
Excited. We can't wait to get, to do it. Yes, yeah. It's gonna be. We're gonna try and put up a great show. Yes, for sure. My friend, we have some new compositions and some favorites that we're gonna present to the people.
And how are you feeling about it?
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward very, very much. Yeah.
I want to know from you guys. There's a huge story about how you guys met 30 years ago. I want to know, how did you guys meet? Like, really, what happened? What was the scenario?
I'll tell you. I have a friend, vocalist from Ebai, Cecil Mitchell. He knew that McCoy was recording his debut album called Firebird. And the producer of that album, the late Koloi, Brakoloi Lebona, suggested to McCoy that he needed more material. And he happened to talk to Cecil. And Cecil said, I know someone who can write this additional material for the album. So he phoned me. I was in Cape Town at the time on holiday. On a break. We can't afford a holiday. And I still took the train from Cape Town back to Johannesburg to come and work on the project with McCoy. And that's how we met. I provided 3 songs for Firebird,
You got any input on how you guys met? Because there's 2 sides to the story. There's always 2 sides to the story, so I need to know.
Unfortunately, it's the same story. He was I was asked, to write songs for me. The only difference is that he's making a mistake. It was not 3 songs. It was 4 beautiful songs. I remember all of them. And we clicked, ever since, And the weird thing also about, association with Paul is that we didn't realize that we were tight. We didn't realize, It's only after people like you guys. I remember in Limpopo, 1990, early 90s. Maybe remembers the year, Shem, this albino guy was like, you guys are inseparable, And then he started telling us about our songs and about certain concerts, seeing us on TV. And then we looked at each other. Actually, he's right, It didn't occur to us that we were actually tight, musically and otherwise,
That's amazing. That's organic.
And that was actually at a beautiful festival put on by, it was like a jazz association.
Yes.
Am I right?
You're right.
And he spoke to us both about ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like,
wow, and you guys were just like kept quiet. Like how would it be if I was a celebrity and someone came and told me about myself without even knowing that it's actually me?
It was really awakening, It was like, no, And then we started being careful, and really, not that we were disrespectful, but our relations when treating each other, it made us even closer, to realize that, wow, people are watching and we're not doing a bad thing, actually, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and, Paul, we're basically, together every day, and if he's abroad, we're we call one another all the time, and constantly working on new material. Yes, yeah.
How I want to know from you, what's the key to consistency within the jazz market? Because you guys have been in the game for 30 years, still recognized after 30 years. What is the key to being consistent in the jazz industry?
Well, I think just to be consistent as a human being is one of the things. I can't say anything necessarily about the music, except I've been in it for so long. McCoy has been in it for so long. It's not even as if we are trying to do something different or trying to make something, it's like trying to step on my own shoulders to get higher. No, I can't do that. I can just carry on, hopefully in the same path. and my friend can advise me, and he can guide me, and he can also tell me, the things that I'm doing that are right, the things that I'm not doing so well, or whatever. We try and urge each other on. We have to.
In an honest manner, because there's a lot of people who just agree with, and sometimes it's not the right thing. So with that said, McCoy, you feel like Paul has influenced you to make a lot of good decisions?
Yes. And what I dig about our relationship is that we don't have to agree all the time. There are things that will irritate Paul about me, likewise, and we sit and smoke, cigarettes, and drink coffee.
Guys, coffee.
We are coffee people, Yeah, lately I've been into green tea and ginger tea, So, my friend, has got to cut down on coffee, at some stage, So lately,
Cigarettes and
Yes.
the cigarette struggle. Trust me. Hey, how long in the game? Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Grahamstown Music Festival, especially with Standard Bank. I want to know from you, what does it mean to be partnering up with brands like Standard Bank?
Well, Standard Bank has been consistently behind a lot of big festivals, and even though when I deal with the bank as a pay attention.
No, they wasn't trying to tell me something.
No, I'm just they got that. Yeah, they got that. They're not going to cut it out.
We are different.
The thing is the consistency. Support over time needs consistency. Yeah. So the bank has demonstrated that. They've supported Standard Bank Joy of Jazz, Standard Bank National Arts Festival, and
Standard Bank Jazz Festival.
so that's what we need,
I love brands like Standard Bank, because I'm a musician myself, and we represent everything music and hip hop 411. So when brands like Standard Bank really invest their time and their energy into music, what does it mean for you?
It means a lot, because other than that, we're not supported at all, especially jazz genre. It's not like sport and where every team has got a certain sponsor behind it, We have none of that, so it comes in handy. Yeah. They could go further though and support, creating of our albums and venues. We need more venues. We need to showcase, our talents.
That's actually a good thing that you just mentioned there right now, that there's really not a lot of facilities that facilitate jazz. And wow, that's so horrible. For myself, I feel like, what happened to the genre? Why is it that people are not investing into it, or the sound, or
Well, let me tell you that what we have both noticed is that the education system in this country, the tertiary institutions that offer jazz as part of their curriculum for young people to take on, they've produced the most amazing musicians and introduced them into our midst. And there are more and more and more coming out of Tshwane and KZN, Cape Town University, of course, and it's heartening. The youngest member of our band comes exactly out of the tertiary institutions. But now the point is, like McCoy says, after studying for so long and proving that you have the talent and the ability and the focus and the work ethic and the respect to operate as a musician, where do you actually perform? Where do you hone your craft? And in this way we need more platforms for this music. So it's disingenuous to say to an institution like Standard Bank, we need more venues. No, it's not like that. It's just, please keep doing what you're doing, and if you can broaden it or yeah, please do so, and don't drop the ball on this.
I think we need to get a lot of young people doing jazz. I think that's how we can start it. That's how we can make it.
Please, there are lots. That what I'm saying is what I've just said. There are lots of young people. They're gifted. They're brilliant. They're well guided, well trained. Most of them are sober-minded, clean living, into what's right. They know what's cutting. They know when the deal is fair and when it's not fair. They know how to treat each other with respect. They know all the right things.
Well, they're well grounded. Do you have anything to say on that topic? Not entirely.
My friend has said a mouthful. Yeah. I'll still urge even other corporate, to give a hand, to lend a hand, because apart from the institutions, we do have personal students. We do house calls. And they come to me. We need more help. Yeah. Yes.
Well, you heard it from the jazz masters themselves. You guys, I just want to say thank you guys for holding it down for the past. How long have you guys been in the industry, actually? Aside from you guys meeting each other and doing a thing, how long have you guys been doing music?
Yes, me personally, 40 years. Yeah.
40 years.
Okay. I'm in second place there. 36 years.
36 years. Guys, 36 years doing music. Wow. I'm probably going to be like you one day. I love music. How have you guys managed to stay in that headspace and just, stay inspired?
You see, the country's in a lot of... it's a very interesting place to be. And it's the only place I know that I can call home. And I'm very proud of the things that make it home for me. I'm also alarmed by some of the things, the way people treat my home, and treat their own home. And there's a lot of dynamism in this place. In some ways, it's a very young place, but as we know, it's extremely old. It's one of the first settlements by people who walked upright and could scratch under their own armpit. It's the first place on earth where this could happen. So it's a very old place as well. So it's been around a long time, and that gives me a lot of hope and a lot of faith in a long future. But if we can treat the nest with more respect for everyone, it'll be great. It'll be just heaven on earth.
It'll be heaven on earth. I love this country too. And do you have anything to say?
What was the question again?
The question was, what keeps you guys inspired for 36 years making jazz?
Well, the experiences around us, because we're out about what's happening, and people, my children, my beautiful wife Zodwa, and experiences, and also because South Africa is beautiful, like my friend says, we've traveled all over the world. You're still going to Switzerland, we're going to the States together, as a duo. So it's beautiful out there. But there's something that they don't have that we have. Lots of things, this inspiration we get here is just too much. It's beautiful, So what keeps us going is, trials and tribulations, Zuma this, Zuma that, Ntuli this, Ntuli that, and Brenda Fassi,
You guys are inspired by your surroundings. I love that. And I think you should be, You guys are blessed because, number one, you guys get to travel all over the world. And I feel like people who travel have wisdom out of this world, because there's some people who all they know is the South Africa, So what have you learned just from being exposed to different countries?
Well, my friend has said a very powerful statement a few years ago. He said, we as South Africans need to stop this Mkuku type setup, whereby, what I do is my own small empire, and look how cute and unimpressive it is, but it's got nothing to do with yours, and futsek wena, It's like, no, we should be together, really. And instead of these mkukus, build a big nation. Yeah, because we're a big people. We got a big history. So we should stop this Mickey Mouse nonsense and stand up and be godlike, be the best we can. Because really that's who we are put on this earth to be. Not the worst of ourselves, the best of ourselves. So that's what we want. And as McCoy said, I mean, this country, I think you are right, by the way, in terms of what you mentioned about travel. Because traveling abroad does broaden the mind. Yeah, it does. There's no doubt about it. Because you can see beyond your own fence, but you can also then turn around and look at the place you come from over that same fence and then say, I long to return, and that's good, because you can see that we are one actually with everything. It helps with that idea, and it helps that just because I wear green underpants and you wear a black hat doesn't make us enemies. In fact, let's swap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, okay. I hear you, definitely hear. We have brands like Standard Bank Jazz Festival to thank, because we have a platform to share messages like that through our music, So thank you so much for joining me on Hip Hop 411. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Any last words for the people at home? Do you have an Instagram handle? You guys on Instagram, Facebook? Where can we find the music?
Yeah, I call it Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter. Although I'm not much of a Twitter, it's kind of too fast for me, but my children help me. And I'm on Instagram as well. And people can find the dates and stuff, current stuff. Yeah. My daughter was here just now taking behind the scenes, So you'll be on my, thingy. Yeah,
My TL.
Hours, yeah. Yeah, so yeah.
That's lovely. I'm glad you've got someone running your social media. It's very, very important to stay current. We need to know where to find you.
Ooh. No. Unfortunately, I'm not as hip as my friend with the new technology. I'm unfortunately very way behind.
You guys said you're doing compilations. You've got some new compilations you're doing. How can we get them?
Well, you'll have to come to the shows, and I'm sure we'll be putting up some short footages of our preparations for both these festivals. My friend will make sure that there are scenes out of us preparing together, rehearsing together, teaching other cats. So there will be lead up material to both events, and of course the main thing is come to the events themselves. If you can get there,
we'll definitely be there, and we'll make sure that everybody comes through in numbers to come and see Paul and McCoy do the damn thing. Shout out to everyone who's watching. It's your girl Bleed the Dirt.